Cardinal rules have been around for a long time and can go by a variety of names such as golden safety rules, fundamental rules, critical rules, etc. Simply put, they are usually a set of rules about the behavior of frontline employees that the employer has identified as important to good safety performance and accident prevention in their operations. In the slides ahead, we will discuss Resolux America's 5 cardinal safety rules and what they mean to us as a company. These 5 cardinal rules are: number 1, safety first; number 2, ensure a clean working environment; number 3, use PPE where required; number 4, comply with and enforce safety regulations; number 5, use vehicles, machines, and equipment safely. Where did the phrase safety first come from? Safety first is a phrase we've all heard, but where did it come from? It originates from the Safety First movement, a 20th century movement to reduce workplace hazards. The phrase has been in use in the United States since the 1910s. Key components of the Safety First practice are as follows. Talk safety. Safety talks demonstrate the commitment of employers and workers to health and safety. It's a way to raise awareness and to keep safety state of mind. Think safety before you act. Stop long enough to think about what you're about to do. Think about how you're going to do it. Is this the safest way? If not, how can you do it better? Act in the safest way possible. Walk the talk. Do not rush or run. Putting your words into action, showing that you mean what you say by actively doing it yourself. It's a version of the phrase, practice what you preach. Also, take your time and do not rush. Getting in a hurry increases the likelihood of safety incidents. Phone hands-free only. It's easy to overlook the seriousness or distracted walking, but data shows that it is just as important to walk hands-free as it is to drive hands-free. Peripheral vision is drastically reduced by talking or texting, which can have disastrous consequences. Distracted walking can easily lead to slips, trips, and falls pertaining to contact with walls, other people, forklifts, debris, etc. This can lead to severe injuries. Be sober and free of drugs. It is the policy of Resolux that all workers are required to be sober and drug-free. Not being free of drugs and alcohol at work put yourself and your coworkers in danger. The consequences of such is a huge safety hazard that can result in dire circumstances. Take alarms seriously, e.g., smoke, fires, etc. Treat each and every alarm alert as if it is real, because you never truly know when and if it is real. Alarms can mean the difference between life and death in an emergency situation. Take them seriously no matter what. How many false alarms you've experienced in the past, and leadership will give the all clear when appropriate. Report dangerous situations, near misses, and incidents. Why is it important to report incidents? The importance of reporting these are that we will be able to identify where existing control measures have failed, make the improvements that are required, and prevent it from happening again. Additionally, it gives us an opportunity to identify and improve unsafe conditions before incidents occur. Make sure we all comply with the rules, including subcontractors. Safety rules in the workplace are important because they protect employees, customers, and the company's brand's reputation. Enforcing safety rules can reduce on-the-job accidents and injuries and maximize productivity. Limiting risks can improve the work environment and job satisfaction of employees. Everyone working in the confines of Resolux shall abide by the safety rules that have been put in place. The 5S system is a lean manufacturing tool that improves workplace efficiency and eliminates waste. There are 5 steps in the system, each starting with the letter S. Sort. Remove unnecessary items from each area. Set in order. Organize and identify storage for efficient use. Shine. Clean and inspect each area regularly. Standardize. Incorporate 5S into the standard operating procedures. Sustain. Assign responsibility, track, progress, and continue the cycle. These steps feed into each other, so the sequence is important. Clearing out unnecessary materials in step 1, sort, will provide the space needed to organize the importance item in step 2, set in order. Then once the workspace is decluttered and organized, dirt and grime can be removed in step 3, shine. These changes to work job duties and work environment should be reflected in updated procedures through step 4, standardize. Finally, those new procedures won't amount to much unless responsibility is assigned and progress is tracked as required for step 5, sustain. And when responsibility and tracking, workers will continue to apply the steps. Returning to step 1, the key to 5S is everything has a place and everything should be in its place. Use PPE where required. Personal protective equipment is all about reducing the risks of common and uncommon workplace injuries. PPE ensures that you're protected against potential hazards and will help reduce the risk of injury in the workplace. Warehouses or plants could present a multitude of potential hazards, such as falling objects, moving vehicles, dust and particles, electrical equipment, loud equipment, and hazardous chemicals. It is important to keep workers' bodies protected against these hazards by providing them with proper fitting PPE. PPE for manufacturing should include coverage for the vulnerable parts of the body, such as the eyes, head, feet, hands, and ears. At the end of this presentation, the minimum PPE requirements are provided with the details of when and where the associated PPE must be worn. See your supervisor to get your required PPE. Comply with and enforce safety regulations. Safety rules are your best tool. The greatest tool you can be equipped with is knowledge. Safety rules in the workplace are important because they protect employees, customers, and the company's brand reputation. Enforcing safety rules can reduce on-the-job accidents and injuries and maximize productivity. Limiting risks can improve the work environment and job satisfaction of employees. It is important to comply with and enforce safety regulations to avoid incident and accidents. A few of these safety regulations are as follows. Only authorized personnel should handle electrical panels. Obtain authorization before entering a confined space. Always follow lockout tagout procedures. Do not bring or use open blades, and obtain authorization before starting any hot work activity. Workers who operate machinery on a daily basis know how important training can be. An improperly trained worker not only puts himself in danger, but the people around them. It is imperative to not operate vehicles or machinery for which you have not been trained, which includes forklifts, scissor lifts, boom lifts. Never remove, bypass, or impair equipment safeguards or interlocks. Each instrumented safeguard exists for a reason, protecting against some hazards to personnel, the environment, or to assets. The potential consequence of improper bypassing and pairing of safeguards is the occurrence of an incident that the safeguard was there to prevent or mitigate. Interlocks can protect against hazards such as fires, explosions, unwanted chemical reactions, overpressure events, chemical releases, equipment damage, or personal exposure. Never operate equipment with defective safety devices or critical defects. Simply put, defective safety devices can cause serious injuries to yourself and others. Notify your supervisor if equipment is defective or unsafe to use. Remember, you should report near misses. Drive your forklift safely. With the correct forklift training, drivers will be trained to avoid accidents and misuse of the machinery. Safe driving workers who are familiar with the rules, regulations, and best practices for forklift safety will be more effective and efficient on the job. Failure to do this can result in costly incidents that can easily be prevented with an educated workforce. Always use equipment fit for its intended purpose. It is important to always take the proper precautions when operating machinery or using tools. Taking shortcuts is a leading cause of workplace injuries.